Ever need an escape from reality?
How about a laugh every now and again? It's time for Tales of Woe! It's an hour of comedy and conversation about nothing in particular.
Your weekly broadcast of weekly nonsense.
Get ready for a program that's sure to leave you saying, Whoa!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Whoa! The slight lag will never fail to make me giggle. Oh shit, he died. He literally died. Are you good? Did that take too much out of you?
I woed myself.
You woed yourself like the dance move? You woe? You know, like the woe? Isn't that what the woe is when you toss it up and do one of those? That's what the kids call the woe.
I'm not cool. I don't know.
I never learned those I never really got into those sort of dance moves. Like, you know, they said
I'm not a dance guy.
I'm not either. No, I'm not either. In theater growing up,
I can't.
Dancing.
I just get so stiff and I just can't move. I'm like
dancing
so
was my
nervous, dude.
weak point in theater for sure. I could learn the moves decently, but did it look good? Absolutely not. A lot of times I would catch myself looking at the
100%.
person next to me and try to copy them, literally like during a performance even sometimes. So no, dancing's not my strong suit. Yeah, but anytime the new hip new internet dance came along, I don't give a shit. What were they saying? Hit the quan? What is that? I don't know what the quan is.
I don't know what the heck that is, dude.
You don't remember?
You're speaking a different language than me.
You don't remember? Hit the quan! Hit the quan! No?
Not one bit, brother. No. Not one bit. You're speaking you're speaking English, but brother, it ain't my English.
Look, I remember Hit the Quan. Just give it a quick Google because it's real. It was a song. I think it's like I don't know. I'm not even gonna attempt to do it because I have no idea what Hitting the Quan looks like. But I stopped at the whip and the nay and the dab. Those were
I know nay. I know like the Superman, like Soldier Boy, like
and the stanky leg.
I'm showing my age, like the stanky leg, Harlem Shake. The
gotta
floss,
love the stanky.
obviously.
Oh, the Harlem Shake.
The orange,
the Harlem Shake.
What is it? The orange shuffle
was more so like you do whatever you want, right? The orange shuffle?
But it was like erratic. A Gangnam Style? I mean, who doesn't know Gangnam
Yeah, wait, hold on. Did you say the orange shuffle? What is that?
Is that what it's called? The orange shake? Or like, what is
the orange justice, I think, is what you're looking for.
Orange Justice. Yeah, Orange Justice.
From Fortnite? That one's from Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
I like the orange shuffle
Having
more,
not played
though.
Fortnite, that's it.
Yeah, I think the orange shuffle is a better name.
The electric slide.
That's a classic.
The Cupid shuffle. Shuffle.
Those are the like OG classics. You know, those ones are before the internet dances. Do you remember the?
Those songs were played at my school functions, and they continue to be played at school functions, and they will until the sun burns out of the sky.
No, yeah, the Cupid Shuffle and the Electric Slide, man, they're never gonna go away. They are the party classics,
Never.
Man. Like, they always come up, unless it's like a college party or some shit. I'm talking more like functions, you know, weddings, shit like that. It's always gonna come out at some point, and it's almost like
100%.
It's like we're moths to a light, or like the screenslaver from Incredibles 2. That song turns on, and we all just are in a trance, and we move toward the dance floor. We can't control it. We just start
specifically white people
all over the place.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's just
the whites, we love it. We love that. We love that shit.
I was at a wedding. This was a theory of mine because I finally put it to the test. I went to a wedding. Because like an old family friend, he's like an uncle to me. His name is Freddie.
Mm-hmm. Freddie.
He got married, and it was in Atlanta. And he's black, and his wife's black. She's Haitian. Her name is Elle. She's awesome.
Okay.
And it was so funny, and it was kind of I thought it was kind of cool because like essentially my family, it was like me, my dad, my mom, my brother Alex and his wife, and then my uncle and aunt, and we were essentially like the only white people there. Like it was so funny. And like the Cupid Shuffle didn't like it played. Nobody danced. Like just the white
Damn.
like those kind
Just
of
the white
dances.
people.
The electric slide. Nobody
Yeah.
danced. Everything else they danced to, and it was so fun. But like going back to dancing and being so stiff, dude. Like the groom, his mom. I made the cardinal sin mistake of making eye contact with her, and she immediately made eye contact. She saw, and she's like, "No, you're dancing with me." And I'm like, "Oh God, no!"
Oh no.
And I was like, "Yeah," and I felt so bad. I'm like, I don't wanna. She's like, "No, you're dancing." She didn't even be like, "Let's dance." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I don't want to." She's like, "No, you're dancing. Let's go dance." And I'm like,
nightmare. I hate it. I just don't know what to do.
I'm
I always
so
end
cringe.
up if I'm somewhere at like a bar or something where there's dancing going on, which is rare. Okay, first of all, I don't get out of the house too much, but you know, if I'm in a dancing kind of situation, I always just kind of revert to one of these, you know, kind of just like shimmy your arm, shimmy your arms around. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what to do. I'm clueless out there. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, dude. Like, I kind of worked up the courage a little more because when I was in Mexico, and we went to that all inclusive I was telling you about, we were
Yeah,
we were always
yeah,
going
yeah.
to like the nightclub, and
Yeah.
I got a little bit of liquid courage in me to like actually dance. And
There you go.
you know,
Hey,
there was a lot of like
that'll do
and
it.
my wife loves to dance, and her friends
There
were
you go,
there, and
yeah.
we were all just having a blast. And
You gotta
know,
dance,
and then
man. I mean,
it
it's
was
fun.
it was so funny. It was so funny because we found this little corner of just chairs, and I would sit there, and it's literally just like I'm the only dude in like a group of like 8 girls. So then
yeah.
I was like I was messing with like people, and I was just like going like this to like some of her friends, and then being like this, and it was like freaking a bunch of people out. They thought I was like a pimp or some weird stuff like that. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Oh my
Obviously, I'm not, but it was just really funny to just
No,
see.
but you
Like there was
you
this
should've
one
been.
dude one night that was just staring at us the whole time. He's like,
Good.
like
I would have
from
played into it a
across the
little.
way. It was so
Right?
funny.
You're
Yeah,
walking
dude.
around with
I
your
was just
wife
like,
and a bunch of
dude, I
girls,
was
you gotta
sitting like
kinda
this.
play
I
into
was like
it.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would sit
Exactly.
on the couch. I'm like,
You got to carry that kind of energy with you in a situation like that. You're
yeah.
that guy,
It was
you know?
so funny, dude. It was.
You're gonna get a
so
lot of
funny.
stares. You're gonna
You'll
get a
see
lot of
people be like,
You know, people probably
did.
feared you and respected and admired you also. You're going to get
Yeah.
a lot of different reactions out of that. A guy like that has a lot of energy surrounding him. So, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
play into it a little bit out on the dance floor with your posse of girls. Okay. you know.
yeah, it was so
They-
funny.
the other people don't need to know the truth. They don't need to know.
No,
you know?
they don't need to know. It's
They
funny.
don't need to
you
know.
It's so
They-
funny.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
speaking of
man.
Mexico, I don't know if you guys noticed, but again, apologies for the technical difficulties in the last episode.
Yeah, what the hell,
don't know what
man?
happened.
Come on, dude. Seriously?
Dude, I don't know. And apparently, it's like a photo booth
Unacceptable.
thing because I used photo
Fucking
booth
yeah.
on my MacBook,
User error.
and
I
it's
say.
apparently a photo booth thing. It's a combo of both. It's a photo booth glitch that apparently Apple just has not fixed.
Oh, it was a glitch.
And then
yeah.
it's my fault for not knowing that. So I'm going to
Okay.
use OBS from now on.
Okay.
That will
Okay,
never happen
good,
again.
Good move.
But
yeah.
we're using a camera because I'm in my new apartment.
Look at this
and
guy.
This is my office.
He's in a new
And-
apartment. He's in the office. I wish I had an
Yeah.
office. I'm just in my bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I got like a decent sort of background. You know, the guitars look okay. The space curtains, you can see a little bit of the Seinfeld. But man, an office.
Your
I would
background
pick that
looks
shit
way
out.
better than mine. Mine's just
It's a little
wall,
naked.
But
Yeah,
it's
yours
gonna
is a
get
little
filled
naked.
with cool stuff later.
Yeah. What do you got there? Is that looks like a
gonna
mini
look
fridge?
awesome.
Is that a mini
This
fridge
is
next to you?
actually where I hold all my camera stuff, and this is a dry box that I hold my camera equipment so that it doesn't get humidity in it.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, I don't.
Protects the camera equipment.
Nice. Okay. Good. You hold on to all the equipment, you know, in the future too, because I don't know a shit about no dry box.
I only learned about it like a couple months ago too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Very cool. Well, you got your new place. I'm
Apparently it
gonna have to
just-
come and see you. Take a little road trip.
you are gonna come visit because I'm in Trilith and Fayetteville in Georgia, and instead of 7-hour drive, it's 6-hour drive now.
Wow, seal the deal.
shave
right
off
then
an
and
hour.
there. Shave it off. I'll be there. I'll make my way. Well, I'll try.
shaved off.
I'll find some time.
Don't miss that exit next time.
Yeah, I will. Last time me and our buddy Nick drove over to see Estevan, and I missed a turn, and it took us to some fucking road, and there was like a big slowdown. It added probably like 2 hours to our whole trip, maybe 3. It was rough, but you know what? We had fun along the way. It was fine. We got there. We made it safely. So, and it created a fun memory. So, glass half full kind of guy. Yeah. But no, I'll make my way over there.
That's all that matters, because I'm so excited for you to come over because this place is so cool.
I'll have to check the old schedule because I'm a working man now. I'm a working man.
That is true.
Your boy got a job at Nike.
Let's go. Hook a brother up with some shoes.
Yeah, a little part-time gig, something slight, as they say. Yeah.
Just to pass the time.
Give myself some money. Put some money in these pockets to, because you need
save
that.
up for Epic Universe.
College when Epic Universe. College don't last forever. Can't live off that parents' money forever. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
Amen.
I want to work, Give me something to do. Give me some money, because I'm trying to get a motherfucking Disney World pass. And now's a good time. Because, dude, a bunch of shit they just announced literally yesterday.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
They needed to do it, man. Because Epic Universe was just dominating.
Yeah.
They needed to do it.
And look, honestly, we're big Universal fans. I'm hyped out of my asshole for Epic Universe. But Disney, look, they aren't putting in a whole new park, but goddamn, are they putting in some really, really, really good stuff that kind of rivals the things that Epic Universe is going to have to offer. They're expanding it,
that's for sure.
The Monsters Inc. land alone, crazy. Are you kidding me? That's my favorite movie.
I'm excited for that.
or like one of them. It's a constant tie between that and Back to the Future. So like,
I don't know if you saw like the I don't know if you saw like the model, the miniature model of the ride.
Oh,
they were showing it there.
Suspended one.
It looked. Yeah, it's the first suspended inverted coaster at Disney.
It's like Batman at Six Flags.
It looks really cool because it's like it swirls around everything. So it definitely it's not just the inverted coaster and it just loops and all that. It's like a proper coaster. So I'm really excited for that. That one looks really cool. I'm so glad they finally did it because they were kind of they added little bits there in that little area. But they finally committed to an actual Monsters Inc. land.
It's crazy. I think
that'll be crazy.
We will then have 3 Pixar lands across 2 parks. Cars Land over in California, Toy Story Land, and there's going to be Toy Story Land and Monstropolis in the same park. That's huge. Oh my god. Do you think they're going to move the laugh floor from Tomorrowland?
Probably not.
Or maybe they just close it. Maybe they just close it. Do people like it? I like it. I think it's cute. But I
think it's fine.
Do most
I feel like if you close
like
it, then you have a lot less.
Yeah.
You have even less than what Tomorrowland has.
Yeah.
Because that was one. Speaking of Tomorrowland, that was honestly one land that kind of got neglected in the whole shuffle.
Yeah.
They really didn't
announce
anything for Tomorrowland.
Look,
announced something next to it though, Villain Land.
Hell yeah.
Which I think is crazy.
That's awesome.
My theory is that if Universal didn't have Dark Universe, Villain Land doesn't exist.
100%. That's Disney's
crazy.
answer to
what's so
Dark
weird
Universe.
About it is a lot of these announcements scream rumors that were occurring that came out 10, 20 years.
Oh yeah, I remember watching a video about possible rumors of a Monsters Inc. land 3 years ago or some shit. and it was like the only video I saw about it, and it was most kind of what my thought process with it was oh, that would be awesome, but you know, who knows if this is real. It might just be some whisper that means nothing, but lo and behold, it's fucking real. And man,
yeah,
that's gonna be cool,
crazy.
dude.
That Villain Land apparently is gonna be really big. Because it's gonna have shopping, dining, and two major attractions.
What do you think they're gonna be? Do you think I see a lot of comments? People really want a Kronk and Yzma kind of, you know, pull the lever Kronk sort of ride.
I would love that so much.
That would be awesome. Are they iconic
I don't know
enough?
if you can see the concept art, in the left corner, there's looks like roller coaster track.
Okay. Interesting.
So that, and it's in that little area of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like a Maleficent dragon
That'd be
ride.
cool. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of crazy.
We got to think of, like, I don't know about the Yzma one, because in the roster of Disney villains, I wouldn't say she's at the top. She's not one of the most iconic ones. You know, at the top you got Ursula, Jafar, Scar. You know, one of them are gonna get.
Well,
a
just
ride.
look at the video that they promoed.
Whoa! Imagine an
they
Aladdin
didn't
ride,
really show
but it's
Yzma.
about Jafar.
That would be crazy.
Like a wow.
That would be really cool.
Well, I guess it's
like
already
a carpet
magic.
ride, a proper carpet ride.
Yeah, proper carpet ride. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. They could do a lot with that.
It'd be cool. I just they already have it.
Yeah,
they have the
but
carpet,
that ride sucks,
Dumbo
man.
style ride. So I don't know if they would.
Do you need?
It's just a carpet
do
ride.
you need Dumbo and the carpet ride? Like, get rid of one of them. Come on.
Yeah, which apparently they're getting rid of all of that Tom Sawyer Island and all that to make way for the Cars stuff.
Get it out of here. Who cares about Tom Sawyer?
The Liberty Steamboat.
Yeah, who cares?
Is crazy.
I'm like, yeah, sure.
I mean,
it's old, it's classic, iconic at the park, but like, do kids these days want to come to Disney World for Tom Sawyer Island? No, they just don't.
It's outdated.
It's outdated.
And a lot of people are complaining about it, but it's like you do realize like you're aging out.
Yeah.
You're not the demographic that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the Cars attractions are really weird because Frontierland is always about like the historical frontier and stuff like that, and then it's like
they're kind of redoing
the old bayou.
Yeah.
They are retooling it. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is like the back ends of, you know, Arizona and Route 66. So definitely is that like barren desert. It fits with it.
I'm
just
anticipating
interested to see what those attractions exactly are.
My camera got a little toe shot. I'm giving those little babies away for free.
Uh-oh.
Don't take any screenshots. No, what I was gonna say is I'm anticipating that Cars ride is going to be kind of just a different version of Radiator Springs Racers in California. You know, it's probably just going to be similar to that.
That's just test track.
And yeah, it's just test track. But I'm thinking this one will be a little more rugged. Maybe kind of along the lines of the way like Dinosaur in Indiana Jones works. Like maybe the track, you're going to bump around a little bit more, and then there will be parts where it's fast. We'll see. I bet it'll be cool.
Yeah. I've heard that the ride system for Indiana Jones is essentially just a repurpose of the dinosaur one.
Good. It works great in California.
It's in a Mayan temple, but it'll be very similar to the Forbidden Eye. So
Cool.
I imagine they'll add. They said it's going to be very similar to the Forbidden Eye, so the one in Disneyland. So I wonder if it might be conflicting rumors, and they might actually change out the track and make it, because Forbidden Eye is a roller coaster as well.
Yeah, sorta.
So I wonder if they'll add that.
It's really similar to Dinosaur. It's a great ride, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing
it's just getting old and outdated, you know.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate circumstances.
I think that the Zootopia Land is gonna be really good, but it has just a horrible name. What is it? Everyone Zootgether? Zootgether?
I thought
Who
that was
thought
just
of
the
that?
show. I thought that was just the show.
I thought that was the name of the whole land. Why would the land not be called just fucking Zootopia? That's literally the name of the city.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the show because
I hope so.
Zootopia, Zootgether, and then below it says Discovery Island, because that's Discovery Island. That will
Okay.
always be Discovery Island for the Tree of Life.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's still such a weird name. When you sent it to me, I had to do a double take. I'm like,
Okay, yeah. I mean, that sucks.
Together.
Okay, I hope it's not
What
the
a-
name of the land,
like-
because that sucks. But yeah.
yeah,
Exciting
I hope
stuff,
they don't
man.
change the name of the land because it is, and we got like speaking of Indiana Jones, we like next to it they changed it to Tropical Americas, and
Mm-hmm.
we're getting an Encanto ride. Me being half Colombian, I'm really excited about
That'll
that.
be
just
cool.
'cause
That'll be cool.
My family loves Encanto, so they're
it's good.
super excited
Yeah.
about that.
We're getting
Super excited.
a Moana ride too, right? Somewhere.
I believe so.
I don't remember where.
I believe so.
Maybe Animal
Yeah.
Kingdom. I think maybe Animal Kingdom, but I can't remember.
Yes.
I did see the
Yes.
Moana.
We're getting no. It's Coco. Coco. It's
Oh right,
getting
because they're
Coco as
doing
well.
split. Aren't they splitting the area between Encanto and Coco?
no. Coco is actually going in Disneyland. So actually, I think all that Disney World stuff stops at Monsters Inc., the Villain Land, and Encanto, and
Okay.
the Cars rides. I
Okay.
think that's about it for Disney World. So then we shift to Disneyland, and man,
They're getting all that Marvel stuff.
they added 2 new attractions to Avengers Campus,
Yeah,
which I'm really excited
it
for.
needs it. It needs it. It needs it.
It does. It does. That Spider-Man ride is not cutting it. It's not cutting it, at all.
Look, I'm just gonna come out and
And-
say it. It's been long enough since I rode it. That ride sucks. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
That ride
not ridden it.
stinks. Like it just, and it hurts my soul as a Spider-Man fan. But I just rode it, and I was like, "What the hell? Even was that?"
Yeah.
Like, you just
Is
do-
it just like one of those shooters?
Yeah, but yeah, it's a shooter, but you don't have an actual gun. You just do this, and it just like senses you. You pretty much you could just stick your arm out any way you want, and it's gonna it's But they tell you to do the Spider-Man thing, but it's just
That's
it's
so lame.
you're just in like a laboratory, and all these fucking spider bots are running amok. And I'm like, and then Spider-Man pops in every now and then, and I'm like, this doesn't feel anything. Like what? Come on, look at the one at Universal. That one's
Yeah,
better.
I feel like that's a symptom of just how they wrote Spider-Man
in the
with all
MCU.
Tony Stark
Yeah,
connections.
he's different in the MCU,
yeah.
so I get it. But the ride, it just
Hopefully
weird.
he gets changed, but it's looking like the next 2 rides that they're doing with the Tony Stark one. we'll
Yeah,
start
that
with
one looks
is-
cool.
That one looks really cool. Although a lot of people are pointing out it's that moving with motion ride from Epcot.
Now you told me that.
the
What is
arm
that?
thing.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know if you remember, but that was like a thing that was in one of the Epcot innovation centers. So like if like past Spaceship Earth, and those were the 2 centers, and they had like a bunch of innovation
Oh,
type like attractions
I
and
don't-
stuff like that. And essentially it was like a build your roller coaster, and then you would get inside it and it would move. It's essentially the same arm.
oh,
I think
kind
it's
of
like
like that shit at
Some
Disney
of all thrills
Quest.
or something like that. Kinda.
That was more like a
yeah.
pod, like capsule. I don't think there was
Ye-
an arm
yeah,
on that one.
yeah.
But
this one is like open air, and you're supposed to feel like you're gonna fly. And Robert
Okay.
Downey Jr. is coming back to voice
hey,
it,
hell yeah,
which is
Nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
And but then we got to talk about the big one.
The Avengers
that
Defense
everybody's been waiting for.
Initiative. What,
Infinity Defense, baby.
That'll be cool. What is it
Yeah.
going to be? Very Rise of the Resistance-esque, I'm assuming.
The ride vehicle kind of looks like the one from Amazing Spider-Man and Universal.
Yeah, I feel like it's just.
Honestly.
I feel like it's going to be a trackless vehicle, like in Rise of the Resistance.
It could be, yeah.
It'll probably go up and down. It'll probably pull up to different screens. Do the whole. It'll probably just be Rise of the Resistance. 2.0.
It looks
the
really
Marvel
cool
version.
just from the concept art
Yeah.
that was shown.
I bet
It
it'll be
looks
awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah.
You travel to Wakanda, Asgard, and New York City, where you battle Thanos. And I mean, if you remember that original like concept art where King Thanos is in the middle, like it shows.
Yeah.
It looks really cool because it
Yeah.
shows like all kinds of characters.
Yeah.
from
You
all different multiverses.
that land needs like a premiere ride. Like it needs a main ride. Like Guardians and Spider-Man are great, but I feel like neither of them are like the ride. You know, every land has like the main attraction, and it needs a big Avengers.
Oh yeah,
ride, you know? It
especially
needs an
Guardians
Avengers
because
ride.
it really is just a. Especially Guardians because it really is just a re-theme of Tower of Terror.
It's better,
just
I
changed
think.
it.
I think it's better.
I think it's better. It moves more.
It moves a lot more.
It's a lot. It's a lot
Oh, yeah.
crazier. Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, you know,
Yeah.
Tower of Terror, the vibes and the tone are really spooky and scary. And so when you drop, you're kind of already like got this haunted house sort of feeling. But with Guardians, it's really upbeat and fun, and there's music playing. So the bouncing up and down is more like crazy. I don't know. It's just the whole energy is better, I think.
I like it. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's good.
But man, that Avatar stuff looks really cool. I don't know if you saw like more of that concept art of the land.
Are they doing a whole land over there, not just a ride?
They're doing a whole land at California
Okay.
Adventure.
Wow.
It's going to be based on Way of Water. but
Okay, that's
it's
sick.
It looks really cool. Apparently, it's also going to have elements of the new movie,
Good. Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
I like the name.
Yeah, dude, that movie, I'm really interested because apparently James Cameron said that the Na'vi of the Fire and Ash tribe are not all gonna be good guys.
Cool. They're probably like the evil fire
So-
clan, like in the
Yeah,
like in the
it
other
could be.
Avatar. Isn't it strange that this
Exactly.
Avatar is now tapping into like the elements?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
The next one we're gonna get like underground
Yeah,
Na'vi.
they're gonna be
rock
yeah.
movie.
They have like an underground society. Yeah.
But apparently the whole franchise, when Cameron submitted scripts for 2, 3, 4, 5, apparently Avatar 2 from the studio got like 3 pages of notes. Avatar 3 got like 1. Avatar 4 got half page of notes, and then Avatar 5 had no notes.
So they just keep
Said
getting
it was
better.
Perfect. So
Good. Hey man,
apparently
I
they
loved the
just
second one.
better and better.
Yeah.
I like the second one a lot more
good.
than the first one. I think it visually and
Visually for
story-wise
sure.
it's better.
I gotta watch it again. I've still only seen it once. I felt like after I
Yeah.
watched it the first time, I felt very similar about it as I do to the first one. Like I don't know which one I would say is better. I feel like they're a little bit equal, but I need to watch it again. I need to watch the second one again. I have that.
I feel like the
you know,
second one is better.
it might be better. Yeah, I feel like it's a little more action packed.
think-
They can do a lot more because it's the technology is just better. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. But
I agree.
in terms of other movies, because they also, in addition to the park stuff, they announced stuff for movies like Avatar, and there are some I'm pretty excited about. Incredibles 3, I called that shit. Hell yeah. That'll be
Yep.
epic.
They said Brad Bird's working on the script right now.
Let's go. Let's go, man.
So they also confirmed Brad Bird is, the guy.
He's got it. I mean, he did the last two, right? And so, Toy Story 5.
It makes sense, right?
I'm ready for Toy Story 5. I don't like the hate that gets. And it's weird because, we have Shrek 5 coming out as well. Shrek 5, everyone is like hyped, so excited. But Toy Story 5, everyone's like, no, they should have stopped at 3. It's too much. They're beating a dead horse. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, every Toy Story movie is great. So what gives you... there's no
dude.
reason to believe
I think
that the
more
new
so-
one will be bad. They cook on all of them, so they're probably going to cook again.
I think Toy Story 5 is getting more pushback than 4 because 4 was even more felt like more a definitive ending.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way for than Toy Story 3
Yeah.
did. Because like 4 essentially has them like
Woody,
separate and go their own ways. And I mean, you can't get more definitive than that than like losing the main guy, Woody. But apparently he's coming back.
Here's my...
So I'm interested to see how. I trust Andrew
Oh, yeah.
Stanton because he's written
That's the
all of
guy.
them, and he's like one of my.
Yeah.
He's the man.
the Pixar man.
And directed Wall-E, directed Finding Nemo. Like he's the man. He's so good. He's probably one of my favorite screenwriters.
My speculation
He's got it.
is this, because we all know Toy Story 3 was not the conclusion, even though a lot of people like to say it's a perfect conclusion. It's not. It closes Andy's story. There's more to be told for the toys, And Toy Story 4,
Oh, absolutely.
Toy Story 4 kind of brought closure to Woody. So my speculation with the new one is I feel like,
Buzz.
yeah, it's going to be a little more Buzz-centric. I think Buzz still has a lot of character that needs to be explored. I mean,
You got it.
his whole thing
they
is...
kind of insinuated
Yeah,
it with all those Buzz Lightyears.
Yeah, his whole thing is like, when it started out, he had like an existential crisis. He doesn't know who he is, what his purpose is, and then he finally kind of understands his purpose in the world. And now, that Woody is no longer in the picture. They're still with Bonnie. Buzz kind of has to step up to this leadership role that Woody had. All these other toys looked up to Woody. They looked to him for guidance, and now they're looking to Buzz. And I feel like Buzz might have a little bit of a hard time with that, especially considering he's only been sentient as a toy for not nearly as long as all the other ones. So I think that it needs to be more Buzz-centric this time around. And I see in the concept art as well, we see Bonnie sitting under her blanket on a tablet. So I feel like one of the main things of this movie is the toys are going to be pushed aside for the technology. She's going to...
They said, they confirmed
she's going to be a sticky
said,
iPad
Peter
kid.
Doctor said that Andrew Stanton said that we've never gone this way before, but we felt like it made, and honestly, it makes the most sense.
It's accurate as hell.
By far. It makes the most sense by far. It's like, how will the toys deal with the fact that technology is going to be the thing that makes them obsolete?
Exactly.
And passes them by.
Yeah.
Now, I honestly feel like this could be even more definitive as an ending for everybody.
Yeah.
Because technology has just become such a big thing in the development of kids in general, which, you can either disagree or agree with how good or bad that is. But, it's definitely something that exists.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and going back to what you said about Shrek, Toy Story has 100 times better track record than the Shrek franchise. And that's what I don't get about the hype for Shrek 5.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, you do remember that, like, Shrek Forever After and 3 exist.
Yeah. Shrek the Third.
Those movies aren't good.
Shrek the Third is not good. Shrek Forever After is better, but still not great.
It's atrocious.
You think so? I think the fourth one is better than the third one, but they're both not great.
They're just so forgettable for me, and I just like.
And yeah, it's weird that
Shrek
everyone is
1 and
so
2
hyped.
Was so good.
Like, be hyped. Be hyped for the franchise where all of them have been consistently great. Why do you think it's too many? The last two Shreks sucked. Why are you hyped for the next one? Now, I think the reason for that is because Shrek has become like such a meme, and I feel like that was kind of after Shrek Forever After came out. Is really when
also Puss in Boots and the Last
Puss in
Wish
Boots
was really good.
So I get it, and I feel like another thing is like people also kind of want that comeback for Shrek. There's no comeback to be had for Toy Story because it's still fire.
They don't need
but
to.
Shrek has an opportunity for like an epic comeback. But yeah, it's weird. I'm excited for Toy Story 5, and I bet this won't be the last one. I bet you they do a 6th, and if anything, that'll be the end because 5 is
for Toy Story.
For Toy Story, I bet they'll do a double.
Do a trilogy.
Double trilogy. Because 5 is weird. You can't stop at 5. Do 6. And And look, and another thing too. Now, don't quote me on this. I don't know. I don't remember where I heard this or read this. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, I heard that they planned for more than 3 movies before Toy Story 3 even came out. Like,
I think I've heard the same thing.
I think before Toy Story 3 even came out, they already knew they were going to do more after that. So that's another reason why I hate the argument of like they should have stopped at 3. They fucked up by it's like, dude, they were already planning on going beyond that. That was never going to be the end. Never. It's just
and I mean,
end.
critically speaking, not a single one of these has missed.
No.
Like,
hell no.
Insane. If you want to look at their Letterboxd reviews, they're all up there.
Yeah. I mean, if we're being serious, the Toy Story series of movies, not just animated movies, but in general, I think is one of the best movie series of all time.
Yeah.
Now that we have 4 of them, 4 of them, 4 movies, they've all been great. It's one of the best movie series of all time at this point. Like, there's no argument for that. And
absolutely.
Like,
they're one of the most consistent.
Yeah.
So like Rotten Tomatoes, 100, 99, 98, 97. Like, What the
Yeah.
like?
And
That's
yeah,
insane.
And
Like what other franchise has a track record like that?
They're so good.
And if you want to look at Letterboxd, they're all 4, 3.9, 3.8, 3.7.
Yeah.
Like
Toy Story
top
straight
tier.
gas.
Like so.
I
And
got a print,
you know,
a poster
the-
on my wall. I'm looking at right now. It's the paper from the VHS case. I got it pinned on my wall. I'm looking right at it. I'm looking Woody and Buzz in the eyes, man. I love Toy Story. It's epic. It's so good.
That was one of the few movies that like really made me fall in love with
Oh yeah.
animation.
I mean, I watched, that was in the rotation a lot when I was a kid. And I remember cuz like, you know, Toy Story 1 and 2 were already out by the time I was born. So Toy Story 3 was the first one like I could go see in theaters. And I remember when that shit came out, I was
Same.
all over it, man. I loved that shit.
Yeah.
I had the Lego sets. Oh my god, do you remember the Toy Story 3 Lego sets? I had the one.
So good. I had the video game.
The
I had
video game's
tie-in
great.
video
I had it on the DS.
That game was so fun.
I had the DS one. That one was fun too.
I had it on the PlayStation 2 or
But I
had it on the PlayStation 2.
I had the Lego set
was
of
so
when they're
fun.
at the dump, and it was like the conveyor belt, and they're going into the fire, and it was sick.
Oh my
I
God.
loved it, man. So I'm ready.
Dude, yeah, they're so good. They're so good. I'm so excited. I will say one thing. And this has more to do with like fan base. Is I'm like with Toy Story 5 and all the reception coming from Toy Story 5 and Incredibles 3. I'm really sick and tired of all these people saying, "Oh, we want more original stuff. We want more original stuff," because all the hype went. All of your hype and all of your excitement went to Toy Story 5 and Incredibles 3 sequels.
Yeah.
None of you gave a crap about Elio or Hopper.
Yeah.
None of you.
None.
You keep complaining that they never make anything original and different, but then when it comes time for them to make something original and different,
Absolutely.
you don't even give a crap about it. And you know what? It shows. The teaser, the views for the teasers for Toy Story 5 and 3 are in the millions, and for Elio and Hopper, it's in the thousands.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
at the end of the
stupid.
day, why don't you just be quiet?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so tired of this fake complaining, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
everybody's just like up being like, yeah, to all of the sequel stuff, and they don't give a crap about any of the original stuff, like
Yeah.
Monster Jam, like Elio and Hopper. Like, Hopper looks like
Monster
a decent
Jam?
premise, you know? Like,
What'd you say?
yeah, dude.
Monster
Monster
Jam?
Jam. Did you know that?
The movie?
Yes.
Wait.
A live-action experience focused on monster trucks starring Dwayne Johnson.
By who? Who's making this? Pixar?
Disney's making this.
It's live action Monster Jam movie, like monster trucks.
Yeah.
Dwayne The
Yes.
Rock. Whoa.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, fuck
Yeah.
it. Cool. Whatever. I don't have
Yeah,
any problems with
it's
Monster Jam.
Dude, like,
You know.
yeah. But like,
I'm pretty
Elio
neutral
looks
on it.
interesting.
Yeah. Elio looks
like
awesome.
Elio.
Elio looks
Hopper
awesome.
looks like a decent premise. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I mean, John Hamm and Bobby
Just-
Moynihan. That's a couple of great actors right there.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy. Tron Ares, I'm excited for.
Yeah. I'm
'Cause
look.
if I don't know if you saw any of the concept, like the teaser, the leaks of the teaser, but essentially, like, the world of Tron looks like it's gonna like escape into the real world.
Okay.
So that looks really interesting
Okay.
to like
Yeah.
combine real world visuals with Tron.
That'll be cool, yeah. I in terms of the sequel discussion, I'm someone who honestly is fine with it. Obviously, like, if every movie you make is a sequel, that's a lot. But it's like, if there's a balance between the two, bring the sequels on, man. Like, I want to see sequels. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
You know, these
No,
are great movies.
I'm with
So,
you. I'm with you. If
I don't
they're
know why
great,
people
like
complain
Toy
so
Story,
much.
It's a
Yeah.
great franchise. Why would I want them to
Yeah.
stop? It's a great franchise and they haven't missed. Why would I want them to stop?
Incredibles 3
is a great franchise. Why would I
Yeah.
want them to stop?
It's a
Like,
superhero animated
Tron-
superhero world. Of course, they should make more sequels to that. That's awesome.
Yeah, Tron is a great franchise. Why would
Yeah.
I want them to stop? It's just
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, all the people that are like, oh, they never do anything new and original. It's like you never.
like, they
went
do.
They do. You just
They
don't
do.
even bother to go see it.
They do, yeah.
know?
Maybe it's not as many as the sequels because those are the ones they know are gonna fucking make them money. But they still make originals every
Yeah,
few
why?
years. They still do. Like, come on.
Why? Why did they know those are the ones that are gonna make money? It's because people don't want to go see the original stuff as much as they claim they do.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off is like, and you see it in the box office, like a bunch of original stuff coming out.
I'll wait till it's on
Nobody goes to
streaming.
see
I'll wait
it.
till it's streaming. It's
But
like, okay.
yeah,
But you're gonna go see
when
it when
Avatar
Incredibles 3
comes out or Deadpool and Wolverine sequel comes out, you go see that.
Yeah, it's. Just,
But you don't go see anything original and new.
I will be in the theaters for Elio.
I'm
Hopper.
hating on that. I'm hating on the people that complain. I'm excited for both of them equally.
What do you think Hopper's about?
Toy
A
Story.
beaver?
I'll be honest. It's so essentially like this girl uses new technology to hop into a lifelike robotic beaver to communicate with beavers, and she wants to uncover the secret of beavers.
What the fuck? That's
Which
awesome.
is like really. That sounds like a really weird premise.
That's
but
awesome.
Kind of funny.
It's unique.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Beaver.
Yeah,
so
but in terms of like the movies,
do we think John Hamm and Bobby Moynihan are gonna play like a silly like beaver?
John
duo?
Hamm plays the evil mayor that's trying to stop him.
Oh, and Bobby Moynihan probably plays the bumbling beaver sidekick that the
He
robot.
probably plays. Yeah, he.
I love this.
Exactly.
I'm all over it.
Yes, but like going back, it's like I will be honest. I am more excited for Toy Story than like these originals, just
Same.
because
it's
I'm
fucking
very
Toy Story.
tied to Toy Story.
Yeah, of
like Toy
course.
Story 2. When I was little, whenever I was sick or I was at home, I would watch my Toy Story 2 VHS tape all the time. My
Classic.
mom had to rewind it so many times.
Is that your favorite one?
And that is my my personal favorite movie. That is my personal favorite Toy Story movie.
It's hard for me to say, like, the best one. I think my personal favorite is the first one. That one's just, it's fucking Toy Story, man. What else is there to say? However, though, in terms of, like critiquing them, arguably, each one gets better than the last. When you think about it. Like, there could be an argument made that Toy Story 4 is the best one. Personally, I like the first one the most.
Personally, Toy Story 2.
Yeah, but like
I agree. Personally, Toy Story 2 is my favorite, but if I'm gonna be objective about it, Toy Story 4 is honestly absolutely the best.
I think it is.
It's such a great It's such a great tie-up.
The themes are crazy. Like unlike anything you've ever seen in a kids movie. Like
it's great.
Animation,
visually, the animation is superb.
You know, all the new characters, the new voice actors, Keanu Reeves, like that's great. Forky's awesome, you know, like Key and Peele. So it's
you know what else looks
movie.
Superb is that new Stitch.
No, it doesn't. Don't lie to me, man. Do not
don't
lie
like it?
to me.
You don't think he looks cool, dude?
Look. He looks fine, okay? For a CGI live action Stitch, he looks like how he should look. I just don't want him to fucking make that. I don't want them to make it in like I don't know. I mean, I guess I would prefer like Lilo and Stitch is one of the better ones, but I'm
hopeful because the director is the guy that directed Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
I need to see that.
And I love that movie.
It's hard for me
so much.
It's hard for me to have faith in the live action ones anymore.
Talk about a movie that is just so full of joy and heart.
I need to see it.
If they really tap into that with Lilo and Stitch, I'm all in. And honestly, I think he looks good.
He looks fine.
How else was he supposed to look like?
Exactly. Like, that's how he should look in live action. He looks fine.
How else was he supposed to look like? I will say one thing. They kind of messed up with the dialogue that he says when he pops out of the teaser. He says the N-word at the beginning.
I heard that! Dude, I noticed that too. I had to do a double take. I was like, what did this guy just say? Does he have permission to say that?
Yeah.
I don't think he can say that.
I'm like, is he allowed? Is he allowed?
It did.
Does he have the pass?
It sounded.
I just didn't know.
Yeah, it sounded a little questionable, but I mean, I hope it's better. I mean, Lilo and Stitch is one that like I would prefer that over a lot of. It's one of the better ones, right? It's like fucking Snow White. I don't give a shit about that trailer. Looks bad. That movie looks bad.
It looks really bad. And like, you know what's funny? You know who's directing it is Mark Webb.
I don't I don't even want to talk.
But look, listen. And listen. Last thing I'll say about Snow White. Imagine how bad it would have been had
This-
there not been outrage on
The 7 magical
what
creatures.
the original yeah, dude. Essentially, it was just like the parody of that really bad ripoff game.
The 7
You
clever
remember that
boys.
from JonTron?
Snow White and the 7 clever
Yeah,
boys.
it looks like they were just trying to parody that.
I think
And
they
I'm
were
like,
just
what are
trying.
they doing?
They were just trying to not offend little people. I think.
Yeah.
And instead, they made
And
them
in
7 adults,
turn-
and they made one of them a little person. And I look, I'm not a little person. I don't know how little people think. I'm not trying to speak for little people, but I feel like giving some actors who are little people that opportunity to play the 7 dwarves would be cool. Would that not be
Yeah.
a good thing to give them this opportunity
Yeah.
and representation? Like, what did Peter Dinklage say? He didn't like it because he's like, this perception that we are little, like, workers, elves, dwarves that do work is not good. And it's like, okay, sure, I get that.
This is a movie from the 1940s.
Yeah.
This is a book from like
And on top-
old 1800s Germany.
And on top of that,
it's not.
on top of that,
You got to
they
remember
are-
what time this came at from.
On top of that, these characters, these 7 dwarves, they are not people with dwarfism. They are literal dwarves, literal fantasy
Yeah.
dwarves.
Magical creatures.
So I feel like that would have just been a good thing for Disney to do, to give some actors who are little people this opportunity to play the 7 dwarves. Like, that's a role for them, you know? That's representation. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm with you.
But like,
Speaking of like the Peter Dinklage stuff, all of his like being his outcry led to them making them just look like a bunch of CGI.
now they're just
creatures
CGI
that look
dwarves. They look
bad.
horrendous. They look horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do they
Yeah.
look bad? It's that movie's going to
And-
suck.
Yeah, it's just really what weird choices that they made. Because like Gal Gadot.
That she's like Gal Gadot, and I'm not dissing anyone. Her and Rachel Zegler are both very beautiful, but like what they look like in the trailer, like, you're really envious of this girl's beauty. Like, come on, you like.
Yeah, Gal Gadot's an objectively very attractive woman.
And I think
Rachel
she is.
Zegler is objectively a very attractive
They
woman.
are both
It's
very
just that
attractive, but
the way that they present Rachel Zegler,
that
the
haircut,
way she looks as Snow White,
haircut's
she
not
just
doing
does
her
not look
her justice.
prettier than Gal Gadot, and that's the whole premise of the movie.
Yeah. She's supposed to be. Yeah. Look, there's a whole list of fucking things we could talk about with this movie that I don't even want to get into. Like, I think that one.
I don't want to get into
that
it
one's
either.
doomed from
And
the
we
start.
haven't even gotten to like, Mandalorian and Grogu
Yeah.
got a whole ass trailer. They got like a whole trailer
Whoa.
with Zeb showing up in the Razor Crest.
So is Pascal? Is he just gonna voice act?
Pretty sure
He's not gonna actually be in the suit. I mean, dude is
he might be. He might be in it sometimes.
Okay. I
but
mean,
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they said like he was in the suit like an eighth of the time
for season 3, right? It was a lot less.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
you don't really need.
It was
to
always
be,
Brendan Wayne.
You know, I get it. Dude's busy.
Yeah.
But it is still cool.
They showed.
Cool to think about
yeah,
that he's
they-
under there, even though you can't see him, right? But
I think the Star Wars stuff they showed was just that. Speaking of Mandalorian and Grogu, we got
For the ride?
They announced for the ride,
which is
I think
promising.
they need to
because that means
they need to do more of that.
that means
They
they're
need to do more of
breaking
that.
they're breaking the sort of timeline placement if they're doing that, because if the movie is supposed to take place after episode 8 or sorry, if the land is supposed to take place after episode 8, by inserting Mando and Grogu into the ride, well, that sets it after episode 6. So it gives me hope that they're going to stop worrying so much about where it exists in the timeline.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
We got more of Captain America we got more of Red Hulk.
I
which
think
was
that
pretty
one looks
cool.
good. I really do.
I'm hopeful
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
More than before. Before I was kind of like checked out.
Yeah, it looks. The
but I'm
trailer
more hopeful
surprised
now.
me, and it's just a trailer. Trailers can, look like anything, but
Yeah.
Skeleton Crew though, that looks
Yeah. I agree.
like some gas.
We got Frozen 3.
Fuck that. I don't care.
We got Zootopia 2.
I don't care about Frozen 3.
We got Freakier Friday.
That I guess there's a audience that is excited for that. But Frozen 3, I'm good. Frozen 2 sucks. Do you like Frozen 2?
I just like it's not for
sucks.
me. I just never cared.
I like Frozen.
I
first
I
one.
watched it because I've seen them because my nieces love them.
Yeah. I mean, what little girl
So,
doesn't? You know?
I've seen them a bunch. So
I like Frozen. I will
the
say
first
that.
one's objectively really
It's
good. The
good.
second one is kind of like
It's
the
not.
Majora's Mask of the two.
It's just not good. I remember watching it and really being like, this is not good. There's entirely too much going on. Like the different subplots.
I feel like
insane.
the visuals are
the
better.
visuals are good.
I like
the animation.
I like the darker tone.
Yeah.
I like that they did a darker tone, but
The story
I kind of agree
was
with you.
so
Everything else.
lackluster. Like there was
Yeah.
there was way too much going on. The music wasn't that good. There's like one good song, Into the Unknown. I like that one. Into the Unknown. That
They
one's
just
pretty good.
really wanted it to be as good as Let It Go, and they just
They
couldn't.
tried to do Let It Go Part 2. I'm listening to Into the Unknown, right? And I'm like, okay, here we go. It's Elsa's moment, Let It Go moment. It's a great song. But then later on in the movie, there's the one where she's like, show yourself or whatever. And I'm like, I thought they already gave her big Let It Go number. They're giving her another one? I mean, okay, that's fine. The music was not great. Like Kristoff's song, Lost in the Woods, trying to be like an 80s love ballad, ass.
Yeah, I mean, we
Ass.
can get into it,
But we won't.
It's just like I just don't
Yeah.
care. I
So
just
yeah,
really
Frozen
don't care
3,
about
I don't
Frozen
care.
as a franchise.
Give me Moana 2.
Not because I don't think it's a good franchise, just because it's not for
No,
me.
yeah.
It's not. It's not meant for me. Mufasa looked decent. I'm actually more hopeful
Yeah.
about this than most because Barry
Yeah.
Jenkins is such a great filmmaker.
And
like they got an Academy Best Picture
Yeah.
winning filmmaker to direct this movie. Like, and they're actually getting the faces to emote.
Good.
So I'm like,
And look,
this actually could be good.
And look, at the end of the day, say what you will about the other one, but this one is technically an original thing. It's
Original.
not a
It's more.
live
It's
action.
more original.
It's original. It's not Lion King 2. It's its own thing. They're not remaking this.
It's more original.
Yeah, so
And
we'll
it's such
see.
a weird premise because I saw something about Scar where it was like, man, because like apparently Mufasa is an orphan and he gets welcomed into the tribe by Scar,
Oh.
into the pack.
Oh.
So I would want to kill him too
That-
if I welcomed some orphan into my pack and then he went on to become the Lion
Yeah,
King.
that makes things a little more complex. A little more.
It makes things more, you understand stuff
Yeah.
more. But it'll be cool to see them as like brothers and
Yeah.
see how that eventual fall. We got some visuals of Ironheart after the longest time. So here's something I realized. Apparently, the reason that stuff like that got announced so early, like Fantastic Four and Ironheart, and just like stuff in general that we didn't see get any more updates for a while until now, is because Bob Chapek had that policy of just pumping out as much announcements as possible, even though they were not nearly, they were not
ready.
remotely close to a production.
Yeah.
But what Bob Iger is actually doing is changing that, and you kind of got that with D23. They only gave like that small teaser of Captain America 4. They did Ironheart. They did the Daredevil and Agatha, and that was it. Agatha because it's coming out in October. That makes sense. But the Daredevil stuff looks really good, and I'm really happy that they're keeping that mature tone.
Yeah. It needs that.
And not holding
it
back.
Needs that.
The Eyes of Wakanda series
that?
sounds interesting and it looks cool. It's an animated show that shows like the history of Wakanda,
Okay.
so that's honestly kind of interesting.
Okay.
The Marvel Zombies is a 4-episode series. It's a limited, just
Cool.
a 4-episode show.
Okay.
And it's
Animated, right?
It's animated and it's mature.
Okay.
It's like, it's for adults. It's an adult animated show.
Cool.
I'm really excited for that. That sounds really cool. They announced that What If Season 3 is the last of the What Ifs.
Okay.
The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man stuff was really cool. Coleman Domingo is playing Norman Osborn.
Hell yeah.
So that would be really cool if they brought him in.
Yeah, I want them to bring him
for
in
real
live
Norman.
action. They
I
need
would
it.
bring him in for real Norman Osborn.
The Osborns play such an integral role in Peter Parker's life. It's crazy that there's just no Osborns.
It makes sense.
him.
It would make
Yeah.
sense for him to show up now because this is like around this time
It's
is
the soft
when
reset.
he-
Yeah. Now, what did you think of the Skeleton Crew trailer?
I like
looks
it.
great.
I'm so in for the Goonies.
It looks
stuff.
like
I'm
Star
Wars
Wars
in for the
Goonies.
Goonies.
Yeah, it
We
looks
got
great.
a mini Max Rebo.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like
cute,
so happy.
So cute. What do we?
I'm excited.
This takes place
It's
during
different.
Mandalorian timeline, right? After Episode 6,
It's different.
right?
It does. Yes. They're supposed to show up
Cool.
in like that big climactic movie.
Cool.
That Filoni's
Give
gonna
us Hondo Onaka. Give him to me.
Dude, they showed a bunch of like
It's
pirates.
pirates.
Hanging
It's
out
called
in, like, a
Skeleton
podium.
Crew. That sounds like such a
Yeah.
pirate ass name. Skeleton Crew.
We're getting Hondo.
We got
We're
it.
getting Hondo.
We
Let's just
need
be
him.
real. We're getting Hondo.
He's
And I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited because this is such a different vibe than what we're used to.
Yeah.
We've not really gotten like a Goonies
No.
kids like coming of age story before.
Yeah.
We've really just gotten like, I feel like the other Skywalker saga stuff is like its own thing.
Yeah.
And then Mando kind of pushes it to a more mature tone.
Western,
Like not mature, but like more
like Western,
heavy.
kind of dramatic.
Yeah, more
you know,
Western.
less adventurous.
Yeah.
Um,
This one feels like a lot of people were complaining about like the suburbs showing
Dude,
up.
What do
I'm
you?
like,
Ugh.
why?
It's Star Wars. It's such a big galaxy.
Who
Who
cares?
cares? They're just.
Like who cares?
I
Who
gotta
cares that
contain
there's
my anger
suburbs
here.
in
I
Star
gotta
Wars?
contain it. Why they complain
But
about the stupidest things?
I'm really excited for Skeleton Crew because they have so many good directors for the episodes. They got the Daniels, they got Bryce Dallas Howard. They've gotten a lot. They got a lot of really good directors.
And
for
look,
this.
the kid.
I'm really
from
excited.
what
David
From
Lowery.
what we've seen in the trailers, the kids, they look like they're pretty good actors. You know, I agree. Who knows what'll happen when the show comes out? But from what I can see, they look like they're good. And we've talked about modern day child actors before. I think on the show.
I agree.
And they're not what they used to be. But these
Jack
these
Schreier,
kids look
they got
good.
Jack Schreier to direct an episode. He directed 6 episodes of Beef.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that show. Beef.
I
That was really
did.
good.
I saw like the first 3 episodes. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's really good. Lee Isaac Chung is directing an episode of as well. I'm really excited for that. He did Twisters in that movie, that really good movie Minari. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of
They got a surprisingly really good group of directors.
John
for that
Watts.
show. No.
He's like the head honcho, man. Top dog.
He's the showrunner
Yeah.
with Christopher Ford.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Let's see.
I
Let's see if he proves himself.
it wouldn't be so much.
I
he
guess,
proves
yeah.
himself. It would just mean
Are-
that
are-
like the directors are just really good at creating good
Are
visuals.
any of the
But, like-
episodes going to be directed by him?
As far as I know, no.
Okay. Well, whatever.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I hope I'm right.
we'll see. We'll see. It looks
Um,
good. I think it'll be a fun show. I think it'll be fun. We need more stuff like the Goonies. We don't see shit like that nowadays. You
Yeah,
know.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool, man. Lots of good new announcements from Disney. It was a good Disney day. I gotta get that pass, man. It's been a while since I've been. I want to go. Can we go? Can we drink around the world?
I have my pass still. My
Yeah.
parents renewed my pass.
Yeah, man.
So I have my annual pass.
When
still.
I get mine,
Can you even get one now?
yeah, they're available again. They are available.
They're still
Yeah.
available.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
so.
Okay, that's good.
Can we go
Yeah.
drink around the
I'm
world? Get
excited.
drunk in Epcot? Can we do that?
You know what's funny is my sister for her 21st, she we were gonna go, and then I found out that my school starts on the day before.
Right,
So I couldn't
yeah.
go. But I have a list of drinks at each.
Do you think
country.
you could make
So
it?
I have a written list.
One drink a country?
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
12 drinks.
I can make it. I can make
That's
it.
like
I
12
can make it. I have the stomach to do it.
I mean, I feel
just
like
gotta
I
eat.
handle. Yeah,
I just
we
gotta
gotta
eat. I gotta eat.
I feel
man.
like I
gotta
handle
eat,
my liquor
'cause
pretty
that's
good,
where
too.
that's where I die.
But 12 countries, right? Isn't that what they have?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I might be able to do it. I think I handle my liquor pretty well, but still, I'll be pretty drunk by the end of that. We're gonna need a DD on that day.
You know what I'm gonna get?
What?
You know what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get. There's this drink that just got approved, and essentially it accelerates your body's ability to break down the alcohol in 30 minutes.
Sign me
I'm
up.
gonna get like a 4-pack, and
Let's do it.
Down those bad boys.
Yeah.
We'll
I
drink
love-
some anti-hangover, like seltzer beforehand, and we'll just bang it out.
I
We'll bang out one
love
day.
the fucking German dark beer. Love that shit.
I love the grapefruit beer from Germany.
I think I've
I'm a
tried
sucker
that
for
too.
that
That
one.
one's good. Yeah.
That's my personal favorite there that we almost always get, but I know exactly which beer you're talking about, and that one's really good as well.
Yeah, man.
I love Disney, like Epcot.
Epcot's
I feel
sick.
like
That's the last park I
feel
was
like
at.
the vibes of the countries more than makes up for the lack of
Yeah, it's not
vibes.
really about the rides at Epcot, you know?
Yeah.
It's really not about the rides.
Yeah.
And the rides they have are
I'm
great
really
still.
scared. Yeah. I can't speaking of Epcot, like Skeleton Crew trailer was so weird because it essentially is a Captain EO origin story. I don't know if you
I had to
noticed
Google
that.
that.
But like
That was like an
Yeah.
old Epcot thing?
yeah, it was an old Epcot ride with Michael Jackson
Yeah.
and the fluttering creature is in the trailer. The robot is essentially the same robot from Captain EO. It was so weird that they decided to include all that stuff, and it's like, are they actually doing a Captain EO
Coincidence?
origin
I
story?
think
Are
not.
we gonna get a CGI Michael Jackson
No.
as Captain
No.
EO?
Maybe
Like-
it'll be Jafar Jackson, his nephew from the new movie. You know?
Yeah, he'll play him.
But yeah, let's
That is so weird. It's so weird to see all of that show up in a completely separate franchise.
it's
like,
probably
thing.
intentional. Probably intentional. Yeah.
So weird.
I forgot what I was
So
gonna say.
weird.
I was gonna say something else about Epcot. I can't remember. Oh yeah. I still haven't done the Ratatouille ride.
It's not good.
That's what I've heard. I want to.
It's in French. It's in French.
I still want to do it, just to do it. But it's not like that high of a priority for me. Because last time I went with my mom, I was like, oh, the last time I was here, I didn't get to do Ratatouille. I want to try to get on that today. And as the day went on, we
It's
didn't
like-
have the time,
it's
and I
always
was
a long
kind of
wait,
just, I was
and
kind of
it's
just
never
like,
worth it.
yeah, I'm good actually. But when we go, and we drink around the world, we gotta ride it near the tail end, the rat tail end. That way we can experience it with a bit of a buzz. Maybe it'll be a little more tolerable that way, But on that note, thank you for tuning in to Tales of Woe. See you next time.
Thank you so much, guys.